Hello, this is Gallon's Talk Show. I am God's servant SK Amon. Today, we are privileged to have in the house Prophet William Dubin, Apostle Shadrach Amwako, Mr. S. Kojo Frimpong, and Mr. Stephen Amoa. Gentlemen, welcome to Gallon's Talk Show.
Thank you.
Before we go on today's agenda, we want you to share the link, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment so that you'll be encouraged to bring you more of such program. Today, we will be discussing on the topic, is reception or partying after marriage ceremony compulsory? Gentlemen, this is today's topic. Let's discuss about it. My first question will be, what at all is wedding reception?
Wedding reception has mostly been confused with marriage ceremony.
Okay.
A lot of time people marry and then afterwards have reception, which we all know across board that it sometimes separated or it's put together in one box or one space.
Okay.
But one thing we all need to understand is reception is a hospitality that is given to attendees of the marriage ceremony.
Okay.
Now, mostly the ceremony also is hinged on the exchange of vows and then the mingling of two families, which is the man and the woman family put together.
Okay.
So that really defines marriage.
Okay.
And when that happens, we call it a ceremony.
Okay.
A ceremony that took place between two families and then invited what? Guests. But what is supposed to be done is what I have actually narrated. Apart from that, the reception is the hospitality that is given to mankind that came for the marriage ceremony.
So if I understood you right, that means it's because the people that came spent time there without maybe eating before coming.
The reception we have it in categories.
Okay.
But it has not been well understood.
Okay.
People have marriage in the morning. So let's say that I have invited you early in the morning to come for my marriage ceremony. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, the timing would depend on what I should offer you.
Because you came with empty
That is
stomach.
it. That early morning, you would need breakfast.
Okay.
And breakfast, we all know breakfast is light foods. So I could offer you a Milo drink with maybe some chips.
Tea and chips or
something like that. Or even just a simple fruit juice for you to take. And then afterwards, just a short while. Then you go back home. But today we have leveraged everything on what we call a buffet or a buffet, where a lot of money is invested in, which to me, whether you have money or not having money, it is not necessary.
So main purpose of reception is to offer food.
Is to be hospitable. Even if someone comes to your home early in the morning, it's a tradition in our culture, the Ghanaian culture, that when someone comes to your home early in the morning or in the evening, you should know that at least you should be able to offer. If you are a well-cultured person, early in the morning will mean that the person might not be having something at home. So you can offer the person something which you guys are dining in your house.
Okay.
And then if it is in the evening too, you could offer the person same as you are dining. So assuming that I'm marrying in the morning, and someone is being invited by me or by my yet to be wife, we could put our heads together to find out something that they can take early in the morning.
Okay.
If it is in the afternoon, then we can say lunch. The family can lunch on.
Let's Mr. Kojo come.
I just wanted to add up. During his submission, he made a statement, and maybe the viewers might not, get it well, because he out of talking, he said that means the person might not have anything at home.
Okay.
I think it should be the person did not take anything at home, because
Okay.
definitely early in the
Okay.
morning, and you are going for a
Yeah.
program, you wouldn't want to be late. So maybe out of hurry or something, you decided to go on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
So it will be, convenient for the person to at least serve you with something in the morning, so that you can also have something to fill your belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, I don't
thank
think a reception should be something that should be hosting it as a party, or let me put it like spending huge sums of money just for somebody to come and sit down, eat, fill the tummy, and go. So ironically, we have painted the whole picture that after wedding you must eat and be satisfied before you go home.
Because I've seen so many instances where people even come with polythene
Extra
bags
polythenes.
to convey food from the reception to their house.
Can I
Yes, Mr. Kojo want to
Actually,
come
why
there.
it happens like that is since you, the person, you are ready to provide, they are also ready to receive. So
Okay.
I don't blame those who come with the polythene bags. I think next time they should go with huge polythene bags. Because you just feel like wasting money.
preparing for the
Yeah,
banquet.
they should be like this. If
Those
you
doing
do
the
invite me.
wedding feel like
They just want to waste
money.
money.
Yeah.
So you to help them waste it.
Okay.
This self crowd will go with a bigger bag so that I can convey more.
Let me also check. Me, I think with this reception that we are talking about, it's just a way of refreshing the attenders or the attendees, as my brother said. So if you have the money, you can and then you think you can actually afford or like provide for people who came to the wedding, that is fine. But if you don't have the money, you don't need to go and stress yourself and then borrow money and all that to actually make people feel okay. So I've even realized that of late people do like little as maybe providing of drinks and all that.
Just drink and
some
a
pies.
pie.
And some
all.
pies.
Take away.
That's all.
Take
So
away.
if
Look,
you have
it's
the
not
money,
needed. Just give them drink and pie.
Yeah.
They eat it there.
Actually,
So-
me like this, my wedding crowd, they will come and give me the food. I won't share any food. You can come and bring your own
yeah.
food.
Wow.
So you don't need to stress.
Okay.
It should
So,
be just a celebration.
On the topic, the reception has now become like, let's say, a party or a separate ceremony to show hospitality for those who attended, the wedding. But I think that the reception is supposed to be part of the wedding, as my big brother said, because the wedding, if you are having a wedding, it's an occasion where you receive guests. So the reception should be part of the wedding, because you receive the people. So you receive them with, what you have at that moment, maybe early in the morning. And weddings are done early in the mornings. That's the tradition I know. Wedding tradition is supposed to be done early in the morning. And even that one, we don't even involve plenty people. We just involve both the family members of, both people involved. And some few friends and, people who would also love to be part of that occasion. So I think early in the morning, when you get there, at least you'll be served with some cocoa, Tom Brown, something to at least just to freshen you guys up for the occasion. Then after the occasion, everybody goes back home. Yeah, that is more. But now, how they do it?
It's serious. This thing is putting pressure on the youth.
Yeah.
And now the youth are afraid
you waste money to after you let me give you the procedure. You waste money to go and sew gown. In fact, some people will change themselves more than 3 times. All this involves money. Okay. Now you also come to the program. That one too, little money will be spent there. Now, after all this spending, everything is done, that you can now go home and at least go and think about the loss that you have made, or I mean the money that you have wasted on this. I won't say waste, but invested in this program. Now you have something called reception again, which you have to set aside. Some people even go to the extent of making it, so some people do it like 3 days. So
3
just
days
imagine
like that.
3 days. And me, I believe that maybe if you are having a wedding, okay, after the wedding, the time for celebration should be an anniversary. You get it? Because some people do this reception and things, and then the next day there is breakup. So that wedding, was it worth celebrating?
Okay.
No, it wasn't worth celebrating. But the one that at least you have successfully done the ceremony, had at least your enjoyment in the marriage. Now there are children, everything is moving on for at least 5 years, 10 years. Then you can have an anniversary to celebrate the achievement. But how do you celebrate when there is no achievement? Just because you have placed a ring on someone's daughter's finger, you are celebrating. My brother, that one, everybody can do that one.
Wow, let's Prophet come in. Prof, do you have any contribution?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yeah, all that my brothers have said, they are not wrong. I don't think wedding reception is bad.
Okay.
Because it happened in the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened in the Bible. But the way it is done, yes, the way it is done. What is wedding reception? It's a party after the wedding ceremony, as to show your hospitality for those who came. People travel to come to your ceremony, so you need to prepare something for them. So it's not bad at all. But nowadays, in this our modern world, our modern Ghana, the way it is done, we have to condemn it.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to condemn the way it is done.
Wow.
And this one, as a prophet, I'll take it. I'll put the blame on the pastors.
The pastors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll blame them.
Why? Why would you blame them?
Because those marrying, most of them are Christians.
Okay.
Yes. So you, as a pastor, you need to tell them, those people coming to marry, let them know that all this is so important. Some people will go to the extent that they'll go and rent a place, garden. And recently, a friend of mine said that he rented his guy where he did the reception. That was 20,000.
That's 200 million.
200 million.
I'm coming. That thing can
2
start.
billion.
You see, 2 billion. That thing can start a
billion.
business.
You see, he
David,
rented
20,000.
What money are you talking?
I'm
200
talking
million
about,
or 2 billion?
I'm talking about
20,000 is 200
200
No,
million.
wait.
200 million.
I'm talking about 20,000.
Our mind is so hot on the money to do the calculation.
Yeah.
20,000. That
200
is
million.
200 million.
Yeah, 200 million
For just a hall.
just a
space.
garden, a
A
space.
space.
It can still
A
start up
space.
a business.
I went for the wedding.
Wow.
He's also a colleague pastor. I went for the wedding.
The event center.
After the wedding, they announced that we are going this place for the reception. In fact, I didn't go. And he told me, I asked him, he said he rented the place for 20,000 Ghana cedis.
So 200 million.
You see,
Old Ghana cities.
you see, it's good. It's good to show some hospitality to your guests who have come to, and because marrying is a happy moment. So if you do some small party, it's good. But there's a saying that cut your coat according to
Your size.
your size. And somebody else says, I cut your coat according to your cloth,
Okay.
the size of your cloth. Some of our young ladies, they copy blindly. They've seen somebody doing reception. Somebody reception, this is how it went. So they will sit down and calculate, this is how I will do mine.
And I want to beat my friend.
Thank you.
So I have to put extra.
It's now a competition.
Thank you.
It's a competition amongst the ladies.
So, Apostle, reception is not bad. If you read the Bible, where Jesus went for the wedding,
Okay.
Bible said their drink got finished.
Okay.
It
Maybe
means
the people really drank.
it was not enough. You see, the
The
drink
people
there,
that went for that wedding were my
No.
kind of people.
the drink there were
Finish
not
everything
enough.
for you. Finish
You
everything
see,
for you.
the drink there were not enough.
Enough.
Yes, so it got finished. And even when Jesus turned water into wine, when they dress it, why
have
did we keep this
better one?
better ones? And we have done the inferior.
What?
So it means that the drink that they brought there was not good. It was 1
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Jesus
That's
knew
expensive.
better wine.
That
Jesus knew
so
better
now,
wine.
so now, marriage. If you enter into a marriage, it means that you have entered into a new life.
Okay.
A new life.
A new life.
Yes. You have entered into a new life.
And when you enter into that new life,
It starts with new abrabo. Abrabo brano. You see, you're not going to start afresh. So you don't have to spend a lot. Some people go to the extent of borrowing money to do this kind of wedding reception, which is not necessary. At the end, that money that you use for, you spend like 50,000 for the loan, save yourself, and that 50,000, it can start a business for you. You, the man and the woman, the couples. That 50,000, that 20,000, you can use
a best startup
to start
capital.
business for your family, a family that you are going to start for your children. But you waste all this. People come and eat and go. You know, they are looking at, hey, they will say, my wedding, I didn't get anything to eat. Oh, Akosa's wedding, when we went home, Akosa's wedding home, nothing, we didn't get anything. That's what they are thinking. They are thinking about what people will see. So people they have married, lavish ceremony. They are in the room crying. They are run away.
Outside gentility,
Because
won't
they-
cry.
because their creditors are coming for them.
I love the word. They are coming for them.
They're coming for them after the wedding. They're coming for them because you credited this.
Oh,
You credited this. Even to the extent of renting cars.
Oh,
Yes. So in this case, we have people who were born into rich families, where family members will sponsor them, but we have some who they don't have this kind of life.
Also,
But they forced to get to get to their level.
also, if you have money, if you have money and you have this lavish reception,
Fine.
It's not a
Fine.
problem.
It's not a problem. What about you and I?
Uh-huh.
You and I, we are married. Even the list that they gave us.
It took about 8 months to gather
8 months.
all the
Some 5 years.
for 5 years to gather
They will buy the things one,
Thank
5
you.
years to buy
before
those
getting
things.
the list items.
Yeah, then you go for loan to go and do for just 1 day show. Then after that, your creditors will come for you. You'll be hiding. Why don't you even go for the loan to start business for your family, you and your wife? The new life that you are starting. Why don't you do that? So me is that unnecessary spending in marriage is bad.
It's
and
bad.
we the pastors, we need to tell our members, our youth, that marriage is not life. Marriage is not life. As my colleague was speaking, he said that some of them will change themselves like 3 times. It's not necessary.
Wow.
It's not necessary. The important thing is you're going to start a new life. So use that money. Invest that money for your family and your unborn children.
Thank you very much. That is what I was about to hammer on.
Wow.
Instead of wasting that money, this is a free advice. So this one, next time you come and consult me, so you pay.
Kai.
This is a free advice.
Ko-
Also,
ko-
instead of investing that money in the wedding ceremony and the reception, you can use this money to buy. How do we call it? Policies for your children.
Wow.
We have so many policies at the bank.
We are not talking to the rich people.
Also, wait.
We are-
Whether
yes,
rich
yes,
or poor,
okay.
the rich people, do you know why they continue being rich? It's because of this secret that I'm telling you.
It's a
They buy
secret.
policies for their children. So even if they are overspending, they know that they guarantee the life of their children. So the policy will be there and it will be working for the child for at least 10 years, sometimes 15 years, sometimes 18 years. So that child would even be a billionaire at the age of, let's say, 18. Because if you buy a policy of, let's say, that money that my big brother said you used to go and rent a place, 20,000. Let's say you invest in a policy of 20,000 for your child. And that policy you are going to, collect it, or the child can have access to it at the age of 20 years. Imagine how much that 20,000 is going to fetch within 20 years time. So that child will be having that huge sum of money down there without you, the parent, even struggling or putting your heads together or cracking your heads to cater for that child. So after that 20 years, that child can go for that money.
Wow.
The child can also start a life from there. Even that is even just some policies. We have educational policies. We have so many. So you buy these policies down for your children with that money that you are going. So you can do the wedding and the reception, something small. Then you think, because after this wedding, the next thing is childbearing. Because every couple after the wedding and stuff, the next thing is childbearing. So what insurance are you?
It's not only child bearing. As a man, the whole responsibility is on you. Paying of rent, paying of bills, food. So why don't you keep this money?
You see, and why I'm hammering more on the children is that, let's say, the children normally become the casualties of these unions because that union is going to bring out that child. So if you don't plan for the child becomes. That's why some people will end up saying, I didn't ask to be brought forth into this world. So you, the people that brought me out or that brought me into this world, what preparation have you made for me? So before even that child will come, there should be preparations for that child. So I would say, instead of thinking of how to go and do a big wedding and a big reception, rather be planning for what will be the outcome of that union, which is the children.
Let me come in. The truth of it is that ceremony and wedding are not the same.
Okay.
It is not appropriately understood. The word ceremony and wedding is not understood.
Okay.
Now,
teach us.
The reason why I say so is very simple. When you check the meaning of ceremony, it gives you a different connotation altogether.
Okay.
And sometimes I love to read more of the Hebrew where we picked those words from. And then I'll use this opportunity to explain what ceremony and wedding mean.
Okay, go on.
Now the word ceremony in the Hebrew tongue is tekasim,
Okay.
which means a time to come together.
Okay.
More or less like a period where people come together to have enjoyment. And the enjoyment we are referring to peace, understanding, and tranquility that exists between two people.
Okay.
So, which means if I'm coming to your wedding, I'm having the gladness. I'm coming to your marriage ceremony. I have the gladness to come to experience such a peace environment. Okay. So it has nothing to do with food.
Okay.
But when you come to wedding, it has something to do with taka.
Okay.
Which means in the Hebrew connotation in two terms. One means chatan. Chatan means groom.
Okay.
And chata also mean bride.
Okay.
So when we say wedding, it's about two people, that is the groom and the bride, being wed in. Okay. We all understand the meaning of wed. Wed means to join.
Yes. Welders, like a technical term where welders join two metals together.
That is it. It means to wed.
Okay.
And if we want to understand to wed, and you are wedding something or binding something, it goes back to Genesis chapter 2, the verse 24, where God used three verbs to mean marriage.
Okay.
Now he used the word leave.
Okay.
He used the word cleave.
Okay.
And then he used the word unite.
Unite. Okay.
So the unite is what today we call what? Word.
Wedding.
So you join.
Okay.
And then he said, when you do these three, then you can become one flesh. So until you leave, until you cleave, and until you unite, if you are not one, you are not married. So the first place, we should get the concept right. I am coming to your ceremony, which is chata. I am coming to you, the groom. I am coming to you, the bride, because you are being put together. And I am joyous coming for such a celebration.
So
Now,
that means those coming, no?
Those coming,
They
it is
should have
not
the
the
mindset
mindset of I am happy to witness such a thing, not as in
Not to come and eat
Share the
and
economy.
burden
No.
them.
Jesus's
No,
Jesus's ceremony. Let me come in. You see, let me come in.
Bro,
Jesus.
Oh,
let me
transport.
let me correct. Let me correct something.
Where is happiness?
Yeah,
Where
where-
you be drinking
Oh yes,
and
Yes,
eating.
You see,
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
you see, you cannot have a wedding, a marriage. No, let me take wedding, a marriage ceremony
Yeah.
without
Eating.
without eating.
It's
No,
a way-
we
it's a-
have
it's
made
a
it
way-
so.
No,
it's a
no.
way of
Wait,
celebrating.
wait.
Let me come in.
Boss,
John,
coming.
so I'm coming in. John chapter 2.
I like how it's going to boil.
As our man of God said in
Of
John
the
chapter 2.
violence.
Okay.
Yes.
In John chapter 2, what we witnessed there, what we witnessed there in John chapter 2, where the people had the wine. Let's take that scripture and read it properly.
John chapter
He used,
2.
It means that it was only what? Wine that was in existence at that time.
Yes.
There was no food.
Okay.
It was drink.
Okay.
Now,
No, I don't agree with
That one.
man of God. Yeah, if you
Oh, no.
say there's no, the Bible says that it's not everything that is recorded here.
no.
in the Bible.
I perfectly understand you, man of
Yeah,
God.
but-
So long as it was,
Man of
see,
God.
a ceremony, it was brought in with the theme ceremony. That was why I picked the statement
thing is,
meaning.
I keep on smiling and then laughing because I don't know. Is it because of the economy or what? Because I
No,
know people
let us-
actually
let us
go
go-
wedding
let-
receptions that
let-
they
let-
don't even
Also,
complain
because
they have
no.
the money.
They have it.
Yeah. So if you have the money and then you think you can
See-
actually offer.
No,
Now,
we
you
are not
have the-
against.
we
We
are
are not
not
against you
against
having
it.
the money.
If you have the
If you have
money-
the money,
No,
you
with
want
the
to waste
spending.
it. Waste it. We will be there to come and
with the
partner and
spending
listen
there.
if I
You
have
see,
the money.
what was the question? The question was the
Is
question
it
you
necessary?
asked. You see, the question you asked was,
Oh,
Is
yeah,
is
yeah,
it
yeah.
necessary?
It is
Necessary,
necessary.
mandatory.
It is
No,
necessary.
to my point.
Yeah, he
it
is speaking-
is
yeah, he's
it is
speaking on-
based
yeah,
it is
yeah,
based
point,
on the understanding.
Okay.
What you understand, you don't get lost.
Okay.
What
so you are
whatever
saying that it's not.
it is not necessary. The reason why I'm saying it's not necessary.
saying-
Do you know something? A lot of marriages, okay, is not well understood. God never used the word go and wed alone.
Let me
Okay,
just say this.
he
one.
used the word go and marry.
The thing is celebration, okay, and then it is a union between two families.
No, it's not a celebration.
It's not a celebration.
Marriage is
It's a
union.
union.
It's never a
Wait,
celebration.
see,
It's a union.
Allow
if
him.
you
It's never a
let me
celebration.
land.
Allow
Let me
him.
land.
Allow
Let me
him.
land.
Let him.
So
Let him.
actually, these two families are joining. Okay.
They are
They are united.
They are uniting.
Yes. So after the union,
the
what do you
union-
do?
That's
You
why
are
I said
happy.
we
You are
celebrate.
happy.
You celebrate
That's why I
the
said we
union.
celebrate when there is an anniversary, when there is an achievement.
You don't.
No,
You don't celebrate
you
for
don't-
the
when-
union.
when everything has been successful.
When
Okay.
when
everything
when I'm coming to
to
your
some
home.
family. To some
When I'm
family.
coming to your home.
Wait,
You have to rejoice.
The
You have to
understanding,
rejoice.
rejoicing. So you want
have
to tell
been
me
able
that
to
you want to
unite
tell me that you
successfully.
can become happy for me until your belly is filled.
Oh, we are not saying you should
And
That is the
actually
question.
feed them.
Do you become happy
to
in
the
my
point where
marriage?
their belly will be
You
full.
become
No.
you become
You
happy
can-
because I have offered you something to eat.
Okay.
Is that the only
It's
reason
a way.
why?
It's a way of
But-
showing
but-
gratitude.
but-
Also, let me come in.
It's a way of
Unless
showing
you-
gratitude.
No,
Also,
appreciation.
Now, yes, it's a way
marriage
of appreciating.
marriage I can appreciate you. Okay, the food I am serving you at the reception, okay, it's not a problem.
So how
to
will
me,
how will you appreciate somebody who comes to your wedding?
oh, do you know how I can appreciate you if you come to my wedding?
yes.
Number one, I'm going to take my time to visit all of you and appreciate you in your
Can
homes.
That's the best.
in your homes.
Yes. Also, I'm coming.
It is not
All
the
of
food
them.
It's
that
not
I'm
the food.
giving you.
It's not the food. Do you know
Okay,
that
so when
even
you come to my
sometimes
house,
giving
what
someone,
will you bring to
If I come to your house, I will bring you a gift for coming to my wedding.
Yes.
Are you sure you will come?
Oh, of course.
Also,
Do you know that? Do you know that in every marriage, after the marriage ceremony, okay, people take about 1 month or 1 week to visit
Almost all the
people
attendants. Yeah.
Do you know one thing I will give as an advice to every couple that is yet to come to the phase of marriage is that when you are entering into marriage, there are phases in marriage which comes with challenges. The person you are going to cleave, you are not yet one flesh with the person. No. And you are celebrating something you are not yet one flesh.
You have not even yet achieved anything, and you are celebrating.
That is number one.
Let me ask this question. So, in the case where I've gone to so many weddings where I realize that people bring gifts to the couple.
That is how it
That's
ought
how
to be.
That's what it's supposed to
So
be. done.
that's what it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be a sign.
I was about to
in
give
return,
this
in
real
return,
life experience.
how do you appreciate them?
That's what he said. You go to their various homes and thank them. Not when.
The
not-
thing is,
now
the thing.
the-
What
the-
if
the
what if the
telephone-
what if the
Do you
person
know-
is
do you know-
coming
do you know-
from
do you know-
a long distance?
That is the reason why. That is the reason
you
why.
can find a way to appreciate the person.
Do you know?
You can
in-
invite
in-
the person.
Do you know in the mind
So
of?
some people they know that they can't come to your house.
Do you know in the minds
Right
of?
after
Do
the
you,
wedding.
do you know in the
They
minds
will
of some
just
people?
give you
So
something.
Yeah.
so
To show
so.
Yeah, that's
appreciation.
a banku.
Yes,
They know they
That
can't
is
come
not
to your
an
house.
that is not an appreciation.
That's not an
Okay,
appreciation.
Apostle.
That's not appreciation.
If I want to appreciate
can
you,
actually appreciate
You shouldn't
somebody
always be
through
food.
eaters that go to people that go to
Some even don't even know they're both couples, but they go to eat.
Bishop,
You see, some people don't even know them.
Bishop, fire.
I am
Bishop,
advocating.
Bishop, I'm talking now.
Okay.
Let us.
I am advocating that. I am advocating that if you are a rich man or you are not rich or semi-rich or social class or middle class, whatsoever you call yourself or you may be, think about this. Before you enter into marriage, you have an agenda. If you don't have an agenda, the actual Greek word for the word wedding means order.
Okay.
The actual Greek word for the word wedding, wed in. You are wed in. You are brought in. When you are brought in, there is orderliness. So if I am being brought into a place of orderliness, it comes with maturity. So if I would be matured, it is based on my experience that makes me what? Matured. And that is why I would always give kudos and thumbs up to those who go through marriage for 10 years, 20 years, and then you see them celebrating because
Apostle,
they've
let me
come a
come in.
long journey through
let me come
things
in.
and tongues.
Okay,
Let
we get you. Let
was
prophet on
I'm
the
saying now,
fire.
Like I said now,
Yeah,
okay.
go.
Okay, I want to bring this scripture. As I said earlier on that, based on our topic, it's wedding reception necessary. And I'm saying that wedding reception comes after the marriage ceremony. And let's go to Genesis 29.
Thank you.
Genesis chapter 29, verse 21 and 22. I'm reading. Then Jacob said to Laban, "Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in to her." Verse 22. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast.
Okay.
Who did?
So
it was not Jacob.
No,
It
no,
was,
wait.
let's take the context right. It was not Jacob.
Bishop.
It was not the one who was marrying.
Bishop,
It was
take your time.
the
take your time.
the bride's parents.
Yes, come back. Read it again.
Take your time.
Who made the feast?
Who made the feast?
That's the question.
No.
Now, who are you getting the point?
Wait,
It's
wait.
not about the feast. We are talking about reception.
Okay.
We are talking about reception. So here, Laban made
The feast.
Not Jacob.
Not Jacob.
very good. Now
Okay.
remember, remember. We are saying that, or I'm saying that the reception is not bad,
Okay.
but the way we do it
Nowadays,
nowadays,
especially in Ghana here.
yes, the way we do it is bad. Borrowing money, spending a whole lot of money on this kind of reception. If you talk about reception, it's not about hiring a place, cooking a whole lot of, no. It can be something small. It can be drink
That is it.
and meat pie. It's a reception.
But nowadays, if you don't do banku and tilapia,
that is what we are against. Because
That's what I'm against.
I know someone will sit somewhere and say
you are all against that.
Also,
I'm against that, and in addition, it is not your belly that should be filled.
No.
Before you know that you are.
Also, let me come in.
That is where
I know
I'm
someone will be out there, and that person will be saying, "He said, Omudu here account kwasi asem."
Oh no.
You understand?
Okay.
Oh no, that is the terms of the boys' voice. Someone will say, "Oh, Enfo here account kwasi asem." It is the term of the boys' voice. I know, but whoever is watching, wait, that's why I said I'm making a submission. Whoever is watching, and that person will make that statement. That person should resit and listen to all the points that we have gathered, and that person will know that actually that money is being wasted. It can be used for something beneficial. Now there is this wedding that I attended, and before the ceremony itself, it doesn't take more than even 2 hours. That is the one that I know. That is the traditional ceremony.
That is it.
The man's family will be called, the woman's family will be called into a room, not even a church room, a big hall. That is a place where they can just sit
in a hall.
Because wedding ceremony is not supposed to be done outside the home. It's always inside
the home.
In the home.
Which is marriage ceremony.
That is the marriage ceremony.
Okay.
Because the man made a profound statement which I recollect. He said, "This is the ceremony. Because you today you are getting lost. So if you are here today, witness this and know this is the marriage ceremony."
This is the actual thing.
And the guy was from UK, so I was expecting he to go the way that we are now used to, Charlie, the reception and all those things. The guy was in UK, and that was how the ceremony was done.
Just once.
When we went, we were from far places. So when we went, they accommodated us so that we can wake up early morning to witness the union.
Okay.
Because after that, nothing else. So if you don't come within that time, master, they won't wait for you. They will just do their thing and they go.
Okay.
So those people who wanted to witness, they were given places to sleep. When you went early, when we went late that night, we were served food. That is a reception. We were served food because we came from a long place. Probably we've not eaten, so we were served food and then maybe some few drinks. That was all. But after the wedding, just that place just that same compound, they started sharing food.
I heard about
the reception that we
why did after the wedding people were like, we are waiting for the reception. And then they came out that no reception. No reception.
Go pay for
reception. The scripture I read from Genesis 29.
Yes.
Bible says the people that Laban invited, he made a feast for them. So as he said, you invite, because when there is happiness, there must be
drinking and eating.
Yes. Yeah. So the reception simple means that organizing something. You organize some small thing.
Something small. It shouldn't
like
necessarily be.
And
it was done on the same compound. They didn't even go to any extra place.
Organizing something small. Yeah, something small for the guests, those who came. So that's what Laban did. It shouldn't be overspending.
And so that one is not even.
So if we talk about reception should be something small. Like as we are here, we are doing something and you have served us with something.
Drinks.
That's good. Give them something. Don't expect. Or you see, the main idea of doing this, people bring me gifts, people bring me money. You see, that's what they're doing. So it's unnecessary spending. Use the money as you're going to start a new family. Use that money, invest that money for the family that you're going to build your new family. Now, as a man, because all this spending comes from the man, not the woman.
Even if it's for the two of them, it's still waste of money.
In our culture, our world here, in Africa here, is the man that do all this thing. So as a man, now you are going to buy another pressure on you. The woman is a pressure. on you.
So these are the woman is not a pressure.
Oh no.
Let me come in. Let me come
According
in.
to
No,
scripture,
no.
she's a helper.
No,
She's a helper.
listen to me.
She's a helper.
No, if I say
Oh, I like that.
if I say
Okay, let's use the word
Yeah, because
responsibility.
let's use
Let's
that.
use the
I'm
word
talking about- no,
responsibility.
because of
Let's use the word
competition.
no, when it comes to our word here, if I say pressure,
The
I'm talking
competition
in-
that
The
ladies have.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
I
because
understand.
your
I
responsibility,
understand.
yeah,
Definitely
Okay.
to mount some
It's the
pressure
man.
on you.
Yeah.
That one definitely.
yes.
Definitely.
Elsewhere, women and the woman and man they share
collaborate, yes,
they share
they
the
collaborate.
responsibility, but not in Ghana here, not
In Ghana,
Africa here.
in Ghana here, it happens so.
That is
A
also
lot-
another
a lot of
topic we
women,
will come.
Man of
A lot
God.
of women support their wife.
Man of God, men
Hey, a
die
lot-
early.
a lot of women
it's there.
support their wife.
A lot of women support their husbands.
Their
Thank
husband,
you very much.
Some
A
support,
lot of
but-
women
but
support their
about
husbands.
90% in Ghana here, Africa here,
Especially
all
the youth.
burden
Especially
are on
the youth.
the
The man, especially
so
the
you,
youth.
as a man going to
the
marry,
youth.
you need to think twice.
Right now,
Your
also let me
spend-
come in. Even if a woman is helping a man at this modern Ghana right now, they see it as a favor. That was a topic today. Someone was
I'm
discussing
telling you,
with
it's
me.
true.
They see it as they are doing the man a
no,
favor.
that-
They are doing
is
a favor
it.
because it's
Instead
your
of-
responsibility. Provide food, electricity, children's school fees.
I said, boy, be na me boy keke.
Thank you. So men, we have to think twice if
But
we
my
are
flower,
going
my
to
always
marry.
feel
This reception is unnecessary. Do some takeaway. If it
Something
is
nice.
sobolo, now sobolo is go to the market,
Buy the leaves.
buy the
Ginger
leaves,
can-
ginger, sugar.
Do it, share it. They should go and insult you. When they came, they didn't
Do you
get
know?
anything
Do you know
to
that?
eat.
Do you know that I've been to some wedding and their reception. After the reception, as we leave the place and we were going, all the people were insulting the couples for spending too much.
It's true.
That's
They were
really
like eating and packing food,
It's
and they were
true.
going. They were insulting.
He's telling the people.
I said, why should I don't
I'm going to be
why are they spending too much?
And it's true because they know the pressure here
In the
Ghana.
system now,
In the system.
then you spend, so
much-
they won't insult you.
You see, my earlier submission, I made mention of we don't understand the word reception. Reverend read from Genesis, and then the words that were termly used was that Laban. Who was Laban? Laban was Leah and Rachel's father.
That means the women,
The father.
the father of the ladies.
That is it.
Okay, not the man coming to marry.
That is
But
it.
don't forget that Jacob went to save him. So
No,
Laban
the seven.
was
We all know. We read.
no, was owing Jacob.
I like this.
He was owing Jacob.
The truth-
Now and
He was
then.
owing it, so he
the
used
truth-
Jacob's money.
No. No, see, let me tell you. The truth of the matter was this.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter was this. That was the bride price.
Oh.
That was the bride price Jacob rendered to Laban.
No,
That's
And
the
you get to the
service.
point.
That's
The service he rendered was the bride price he paid.
No, if you read downwards, you realize that as you see Bemu.
No, we all know says he
Oh no, when they come to not the bride price, oh, when they come to Laban asked him to work and his wage.
7 years.
No, not that. About the sheeps. About the sheep. I think Laban says something that your wage will be when they give birth and they are
The one with the spotless,
and all
Yeah.
that.
take it.
So
We
he
will take-
cheated Jacob. Apostle, the whole thing is we should discourage. We the pastors, you are a pastor, I'm a pastor.
Spending.
Yeah.
We should discourage this unnecessary spending. We should encourage our members that after the ceremony, if we the blessing, if we are doing blessing, after blessing the marriage, as one them were and the church were, if they have something, just give it to them.
And let them go.
Let them go.
I will
Finish.
never on any grounds dispute what Reverend is saying.
Okay.
But where I want to build my point is the word feast. Laban did a feast
Okay.
for his invited what? Guest. Now, the word feast, if you pick that word feast from the Old Testament, they coming back to the New Testament, feast was well explained as the Lord's Supper.
Okay.
So the understanding of reception is not well grounded. If you go to every wedding ceremony, you realize that the man and the woman are giving the Lord's Supper, the bread and what?
The wine.
Wine.
So that means now we have to give only.
That is it. Let me read from.
We buy hot
let me read. When
we buy hot
let me read. I'm reading from First Corinthians chapter 11, the verse 20 downwards. It says, "When ye come together, therefore, in one place, this is not to eat Yahweh's supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?"
Okay. Okay. Don't come in. Wait.
Are you getting the point?
Let him finish.
Have ye?
So, man of God, from what you just read, that means when we are coming for your wedding reception,
come with your stomach.
we should eat before coming.
Period. If it is in the morning and I'm inviting you for my ceremony in the morning,
wake up early.
I will make sure whatever I'm going to be served, which is the Lord's Supper, the same thing we will all take.
Nobody will do something simple.
Because read it. It says that, "Have ye not houses that ye eat and drink in, or despise, or you despise the congregation of Elohim, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise ye not. For I have received of the Yahweh that which also I delivered unto you, that Yahweh, Yeshua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, Take, eat, this is my body, and which is broken for you. This is to do in remembrance of me."
Wait.
Okay, but for ma.
Wedding,
I'm linking it to wedding in the sense that feast.
Yeah, the feast.
This was a gathering of saints where feast. If you check the scriptures, you read downwards. Those who come to such gatherings of feast, that comes with their belly.
Okay.
He says that they have despised the body of Christ.
Where? So if I come to your wedding reception
with the mindset of coming to eat,
extra bag to
it is a sin.
Policy bag.
If we believe that overeating is a sin, or being a glutton is a sin, then you don't think
there is one thing that I've seen in Ghana during weddings. The people or the ladies who serve,
they smuggle. They smuggle food aside.
I don't know.
Some will even smuggle food. They are Christians.
If the guests come,
let me answer
and
your
then
question.
they are like, I need a food or I need something, they will tell you that the food is finished.
It's finished.
Mr. Stephen, let me answer your question. Do you know why?
Understand the fact that they are not even doing the wedding.
You know why? You the person doing the ceremony. You've had enough money to provide plenty food. And me that I'm serving, you want me to go home hungry?
You see, that is why.
The thing is, you are there to serve the guest, but you are telling the guest that there is no food, and you are smuggling.
I'm not
if you provide more, that's what will happen.
I'm not cutting you off. That is why it is there that some get overdrunk.
Okay.
Some get overdrunk. Listen, he said, "When ye."
You are still. Okay.
Let me read it so that those that are listening can get it properly. He says that, verse 22 of 1 Corinthians 11. "What? Have you not houses to eat and drink in? Or ye despise the congregation of Elohim and shame them that have not?" It means there are some that do not eat to their satisfaction.
Okay.
And there are some that also eat to their satisfaction.
That's very true.
Okay.
Before they go home, some are fully loaded.
Okay.
Some are also are not. Listen to this. And then he says that when he, after the same manner, he took the cup, which was the blood. And then he when you read down, he says the same thing. And then verse 27, he says this. "Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this drink and bread unworthily, you have not given reverence to the food and drink you are being given. You are going overboard." He says that is, you shall be guilty of the body.
Let me not just catch
the congregation.
The thing is, people are not Christ inclined. The thing is, you are going to somebody's wedding. Okay, to maybe even we are saying that you shouldn't come with an your stomach or something.
Empty. Okay.
Or you shouldn't put your mind to it that you are coming to eat. When people hear that there's a wedding ongoing somewhere,
Their mindset is
they will
eating.
call the entire family.
No,
Let's go.
No. Let me answer that question too. It's because we have made it so.
It has been created as
If
such.
everybody knows that there is going to be a reception, my brother, I'll prepare my belly before going. Because if there's going to be a reception, why should I let the food go
So
with?
I think it shouldn't be.
That
so.
is why-
The
that is why the man-
organization should be well.
That is why the man of God. That is why the man of God.
I disagree with man of God.
That is why I know he would definitely disagree for the first time, and I really agree with him to disagree.
Okay.
The point I am making for viewers to understand is this: if you are going, just like I said earlier, if you really understand the word reception, you understand the word marriage, you understand the word ceremony, like I have said earlier, you would know that reception does not mean eating to satisfy yourself.
Okay. You have made your point. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
what I
Let's.
said,
We will be concluding very soon.
Yeah, I disagree with man of God. You know, we all agree that reception, making it lavish, is spending a lot of money is not good at all.
Okay.
And we have to discourage it.
Okay.
But as I read from Genesis chapter 29, that Laban made a feast. And if you talk about feast, in the dictionary, it says that a huge, delicious meal
Okay.
that is served at a party or
Easy.
a celebration.
You see.
Okay.
A huge
Okay.
Party or
and
celebration,
yeah. You see,
not ceremony.
Yes.
No.
You understand?
you see what we are talking about is
So.
where there is marriage, there's always happiness. So there is always a celebration.
Celebration.
Yeah, you need to celebrate, yes. But the way we do it, what Apostle said was giving communion.
Okay.
Yeah, giving communion. Paul was talking about communion, but here we are talking about the reception.
No,
Reception.
Apostle, in the
You see-
it is today that we are not doing our communion well. We will come to that some other time.
Oh no,
Okay.
The
that one
communion
is-
that Paul instituted, which he said, "What Christ gave me, I pass on to you." It was a feast. It was not today's half bread that we share.
That's small.
It wasn't so.
Factory bread.
That is, it wasn't so.
It's supposed to be like
The Bible
hot
says,
oven.
listen.
you know, you see,
The Bible, you see, the Bible says, and Jesus took bread.
It is bread.
it's
very
very good,
bread.
very good.
Like hot oven.
Yeah, it's bread.
Or beef foster or
What is bread?
there about the powder the person. Tea bread. So that's small. I don't know. Is that bread?
No, because of what Paul said.
That is a piece of bread.
What Apostle read. That's why of late.
No,
they have that
a little
flat
piece
thing,
of bread.
like this one. But here, where there is a celebration, there must be happiness.
Okay.
Where there is happiness, we have to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't go to your I can't come to your wedding ceremony without even offering me something to eat. Yes, but the way we do it, is bad.
No,
Thank
let
you.
me,
You have made your point.
let me take it
Yes.
to the way we do
We are
it.
concluding.
Also,
Let me come in. The way I'm using the word, I'm taking the phrase, the way we do it. Who does it? It is those that are engineering the thing.
Okay.
That creates that sort of vacuum or space for people to have that sort of mindset. If initially we had propagated that when you are going for someone's ceremony, it's just to witness and be joyous for what you are seeing your brother and your sister coming together. Secondly, celebration has come to stay, and it is wearing a lot of young couples out simply because of the longevity in time we spend for marrying.
Okay.
If I have been to your wedding ceremony or marriage ceremony, maybe early morning like 7, and as at 12 o'clock you are still having this, I will just get up and go home. If it has been done that obia will be so early in the morning 7 by 8, 9, we are
That is the real ceremony.
That is
the
it.
real ceremony.
So you go back home to dine. But if it comes that I would have to give you something, then giving you Milo drink with something chops should be enough for you.
Yeah, it should be okay.
So from where you were reading, I like.
He said, don't you have houses in your homes that you eat?
So before we will come to the reception,
you should eat.
If you don't eat, then expect something
Something
they will
little.
serve you. That's all.
Wow. So come in.
So let me come in. Me like this, the scripture thing. No, that's not my thing.
Yes.
But I will go with what Amamre. Because as he said, if you are going for a marriage ceremony, which is the one that is traditional one, you don't spend 2 hours.
Not at all.
It's within 1 hour.
30 minutes.
30 minutes or 10, then the whole marriage is done.
That's marriage.
So if it is done within that space of 30 minutes, those who came earlier, and let me also chip this in, the reception is not to show appreciation to the people who came. It is a sign of hospitality. A sign of hospitality. Okay. So if you come to my home and I want to show you, hospitality, do I have to go and prepare different varieties of meal to show you hospitality?
I give you.
What I have is what I give.
So
you are Peter. What I have, I give.
What you have is what you give.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's a sign of what?
Yeah,
hospitality.
so we should learn from Peter.
It's a sign of hospitality.
The name of Jesus.
So if you come for my ceremony, and we are supposed to do the ceremony within a space of 30 minutes or 1 hour, what I have. So what we are eating in the house, as they've all said, what we are going to eat in the house, we are going to make it a little more plenty. We serve everybody the same thing.
That's all.
We eat.
That's what we're talking about.
And then we go. Within the space of 1 hour, everybody has dispersed.
Wow.
I went for this wedding. This one, I have to say it. I went for a certain wedding.
We have
That is reception. It's not why you go.
It's not even reception. It's hospitality.
It's hospitality. But if you are receiving someone,
you know what? Wedding brought this reception.
Yes.
Yes. Wedding brought
that is it. It was not in existence.
Wedding brought this reception. When he's we talk about marriage, as you said, according to our culture, we do it in the room.
In the room.
By 5 o'clock dawn.
Yes.
It is done.
It is done. No.
So who brought to this wedding?
So
who brought that?
You see, from 5 by
how many couples in the kake?
5:15, 5:20, 5:30.
Everything is done.
It's finished.
Everything is done. You go home, you eat.
Those who came,
everybody is
but
gone.
wedding brought this reception.
It's a tragedy.
Okay, good.
That is
so
it.
wedding
brought the reception.
I understand him now. So
yeah.
So we should go back to the pastors to address this issue.
That's why when my earlier submission, I said that the blame must be on the head of pastors.
Okay.
We have to blame our pastors.
And then let me come in.
Yes.
Okay. This one that I was talking about, the wedding that I'm talking about, after that ceremony, the pastor came in. The pastor didn't say they should bring the whole thing to the church. He walked in.
Yes. Now some pastors
came to offer the prayers.
Them to bring it to their church.
That is what brought the idea about wedding.
After
the pastor walked in, came and then did some 10 minutes preaching, and then he ended the whole thing. So everything happened in the room. Everything happened in the room.
Because of offering that they'll get.
Good.
And surprisingly, do you know what they do these days? When the wedding ceremony is taking place in the church, the first offering is for the church.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes and if you investigate to know the reason, they will tell you that
they are using their premises.
Their premises. So if someone is a member, and you, the man of God, standing in the stead of God to bless a marriage which you are witnessing,
and you are making money,
and you are making money out of that, it's an extortion.
And even weddings are not blessed by a
man of God.
It is blessed by the couples,
the parent.
And where I went for my day stay counseling, they said the two of us doing the wedding, we are blessing. are
Yes, you are
blessing
the ones
our
blessing
marriage.
You taking
And the pastor is a witness.
Good. The pastor
It's a witness.
Excellent. So,
In other words, cut tin tone time.
Let's go.
Wedding does not exist.
that's all.
It's a different topic.
So let me come in. Let me finish with my
This does not
submission.
exist.
Let me finish. So there is this wedding that I witnessed,
Okay.
and in fact, I have been wowed by that wedding. Whereby the people that came, they were not that many. They were just few. If I will be counting, let's say 50 to 40 people.
Mine was not even 50.
And
20.
within the spec of that short period, the couple, where they will lay their head before the ceremony will be ending, someone just woke up and said, "Oh, there is this apartment that I bought for the both of you. This is the keys. I hand it over to you." The person just walked that way. The next person came. "Oh, okay, the apartment. I've called these people. They are sending furniture inside the apartment. Within the next spec of time, everything will be arranged." So
Wow.
he also left. Everybody came and they didn't even wait to eat. Oh, they just did that.
This is
and
it.
everybody
Dispersed.
left. Everybody left.
have
So
made marriage
how
expensive.
do we classify this? This is beautiful. As he said, they are now starting life. So you don't rather go in to drain them. You help them to start their life.
Wow.
So if you go, as he said, if you go to that place with your belly, you are a wicked person. Yes. You don't go there with you either grace the occasion with your presence.
That is
or you support
Wow.
the people.
Let me give you let's say 3 seconds to conclude and let's go.
Yeah, me, I would say that when you are receiving people, okay, you can actually do it take away something simple for them to show maybe your hospitality or maybe a little gratitude for them coming. Some people, they come from long way, like long distances, and then they come. So it's a way of you telling them that, oh, thank you for making time and then coming. And then some of them too, they come with empty stomach.
Okay.
And so it's a way of showing appreciation. Just eat this little thing I have for you as maybe a welcome something. You actually serve the person.
Okay.
And so it's just something small. You shouldn't
Overdo it.
So that it will become a burden or let me say a cut on you.
Wow.
A debt on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Shedra.
I would also say this. I would say two things. Number one, wedding does not exist.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anywhere. It is out of wedding that we are having all these calamities.
Okay.
Because calamity in the sense that you will now be thinking of where, location, or even if the church premises. There are some churches that are huge. That will take about 1,000.
Yeah. Even some
So-
And you have to serve all
And you
these
have to
1,000
serve
people.
all these 1,000 people. And some premises too, if they are 1,000 and you can't serve them all, then it means the marriage cannot take place there.
Okay.
So you realize that we are not promoting the marriage, but we are rather instigating what we call pain
Okay.
to be the start-off point for that particular marriage. More or less like you have sown a seed of pain into the person's life,
Okay.
and it will grow. But if it comes that we see ourselves, Jesus said, "When I was naked, you did not clothe me. When I needed water to drink, you never gave me. When I was in prison, you never visited me." The underlying factor Christ was trying to make was that when you find your brother in a need or a want, go to the person's rescue.
Okay.
What it means is that if you should see me about to marry, you should know that I have expenses to make. So when you are coming in, come in to succor, in a sense that give me something that can help me, to support me to be able to start the life I'm moving ahead to do. So if we will go back to our traditional marriage, we would understand that the reason why there is marriage certificate, Jesus said, it is because of the wickedness of men. That is why marriage certificate has not come. When you go back to Genesis, God never gave Adam and Eve marriage certificate.
Thank you. If you leave, you.
Okay.
Mr. Koyo.
So to add up to all that, my brothers have said, I will still go by the old ways as I always do because say amamre wo yen to tonase so sanko fans wo ho so at least instead of wasting a whole lot of money planning, buying this, buying that, we just do our weddings. Okay, as he said, there is nothing like wedding. We do our marriage ceremony indoors, like the way it has always been done, like the ways of our. And I will even use this one to even make this up. Most of the marriages that the weddings, those who go, they don't last. I don't know why it happens like that, but most of them don't last.
Wow.
Most of them don't last.
The thing is because they don't know planning. Before you even realize in the marriage, you get to know that even as a couple, you don't know how to plan.
There is something that
that's why I use the word wedding ceremony. Wedding means order.
Yeah, so you
wait,
realize that as a couple, you don't know how
there
to
is
plan.
something. It's not even about the planning, but someone made mention of something. First, I challenged, but after sleeping and thinking of it, I realized that he was actually making sense. He told me marriage was spiritual. Marriage is a spiritual thing. So if it is a spiritual thing, something that is spiritual is always shrouded with mysteries. So if you do it in the open like that, actually there is no mysteries shrouding it. So how can that spirituality hold? So that means the bond has already even been broken since you have decided to go and announce it publicly that you are carrying the woman. Someone told me that it means that it's an announcement. Hey, abayiwana, other than I'm featuring and then they will be before. So poppy, just announcement that the prostitute has been taken.
Oh,
that's what someone said. An old lady, that's what he said. She was just smiling and said, "Oh, this thing that they are doing, do you know what they are trying to tell you?" About drama for no. Wow. Which is not supposed to be like that. So I think we go back to our old ways. Then we do things as little as we can, so that we can save enough. And then the people coming to, they should come in with the mentality of supporting rather than draining them.
Thank you. Wow, Prophet.
Okay. All that I'm saying is, and the advice I'll give to couples or young couples or those going to enter into marriage, all that I'll say is, you cut your coat according to your size. And men sawasa, men will be asahu.
And
sawasa. Don't look at somebody's dance and also dance. If somebody's doing lavish reception and you cannot afford, please serve only water at your marriage ceremony.
Even the water, not the bottled one.
Yeah, you just serve because two of you are going to start life. You are going to start life together, and nobody will come to your rescue if you have if you are
school fees.
If
no one can help you
in need.
Wow.
So please don't look at somebody's wedding reception.
Wow.
Maybe I can afford it. Maybe I have money that can afford serve yourself. This kind of a whole lot of
advise the ladies.
Yes, so
they put pressure on the guys.
Yeah. So the ladies, don't look at your friend's wedding or your friend's wedding ceremony, marriage ceremony, and go and
I remember.
I know somebody. She always go to the kind of marriage ceremony. If she go, you see her snapping pictures. Yeah, and if you ask her, she's taking the
detailed note of everything.
The lady's dress. So what happens? She's having over 500 pictures. Stars. She'll go today and say, "Hey, I saw this one." She go to this one too is bad though. I'll sew it. You see, so ladies.
Well, it's just a one day show.
It's
just a one day show.
Ladies, marriage is just.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition. God bless you. It's not a competition. You're not competing with anybody. You are going to stay together. So please don't copy blindly.
Wow.
Cut to quote
According to you.
So,
Thank
don't
you.
look at somebody's dance and used to dance your dance. Just say and show be asa so enfans awasa.
Wow.
And there's also a saying that your food be apa any piano. Inti me food be apa. Our ye be apa. Inti we say mu piano ye ni say mo trem.
Wow, thank you. So the water, don't, if you can't afford the bottle, go for the sachet. If you can't afford the sachet, Jesus
change water.
told them fetch water, so it can be a pipe water in a barrel. And he said that. Wow, God bless you for watching.
If any of them want to invite
This
us
is-
for any program.
This is Gallons Talk Show. You can follow and subscribe to YouTube channel, which is Gallons of Wisdom YouTube channel. On Facebook is OVTV. You can like our page and you can watch all our content there. And if you want to advertise and sponsor this program so that we can bring it on our television, please contact the numbers that is scrolling under the screen. And if you want to advertise, you can contact the number that is on the screen. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.